back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Darcel Marshall, and I am here to bring you some faith-based life coaching. It's going to help you get out of the streets. In other words, I do this for the homies and the hoes, but don't get it twisted. This is a faith-based channel, and I do pray to God, and I believe in God, and I'm using Him to allow me to be His vessel to get the word to you to help you get up out that situation that, yes, I was once in. So today I'm going to be a little bit everywhere. I know what the title of the content says. I know what it says it's going to be, but I just have so much, to share. And, I'm new to the whole content creator thing, and I'm working on being able to categorize everything and, get it in a more organized way. But for now, please bear with me and just take the message for what it's for, okay? I'm also working on getting better equipment, better phone, things like that, so everything will be clear. But at this time, I'm going to use what I have to get what I want. And with that being said, I want to start by telling you, I don't care what situation you're in. If you are fleeing domestic violence, if you are fleeing a situation where you were sex trafficked or pimped, if you are fleeing or shedding layers of being a Jezebel and, want better and want to do better, quote unquote better, because I don't have nothing against sex workers and people who decide to stay in that lifestyle, because it can be beneficial. If that's for you, it's for you, but that don't mean you get to go around being a dickhead because you're a sex worker. There is a difference. If you, whatever situation you're living in a shelter, like me at the moment, I'm living in a hotel, you feel me? If you've been isolated, if you've been down and out, if you're in not an ideal place of what society would think they're, to say you're living good or what have you, whatever. I'm talking to you down at the bottom, us. You feel me? Let me tell you something. It's been placed upon my heart today to talk to you about gratitude. If you got a Honda but you're yearning for a Benz, be grateful for what you have while working towards what you want. If you got a Honda and you're yearning for a Benz, now let me tell you, God will bless you with that Benz because it's upon your heart and it's something that you want. But A, you have to put the work in for it, and B, you have to be able to take care of that Honda to get blessed with a Benz. It's real simple. If you guys see that you're not taking care of what you have by asking Him for what you want, He's not going to give it to you. You got to be able to take care of the hotel room to get blessed with an apartment. You got to be able to take care of yourself in whatever situation that you're in to be blessed with something greater, because it all starts with gratitude. And that way, the situation will be built on a solid foundation versus something that's materialistic or unrealistic, or you got it in a way that's not pleasing to Him. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just that one. That one, we're going to move right on ahead. And I just want to ask you, did you seek the word of God and did you pray before you came to this channel and talk to me? If you didn't, go get your Bible, go get your Quran, go get whatever book that you use to pray to your higher power, and then come on back and get this message. You feel me? I also want to let you know that you are not alone. There are also people out here who are going through similar situations as you, who are, ready to get out that lifestyle, ready to move forward, ready to do other things, but they feel alone, they feel isolated, they can't really turn back to their family, or they're too ashamed to turn back to their family and say, hey, I need help, or, they're trying to mend the relationship with their family at the moment. And I know it's some of you who are very prideful still in this situation where you're like, oh my God, I gotta go live in a shelter, or I have to be more of a beacon of light or whatever, walking into your purpose and doing good shit. You're gonna lose the stuff that you gained while you were in captivity. We're just gonna say you were in captivity. While you were in captivity, you're gonna lose the car, you're gonna lose the clothes, you're gonna lose all that stuff, because it wasn't given to you on it was given to you with false hope. It wasn't given to you on a promise of light. It wasn't given to you in a good way. So if you're going to lose it, it's going to happen. And don't be scared, because you're going to get it back. And this way, when you get it back, you're going to actually appreciate it. And it's going to be even greater than what you had before. I promise you. I'm living proof of that. But back to what I was saying, you're not alone. You have a network of people who wanna meet you, who want to collaborate with you, and hopefully find groups and what have you. And with that being said as well, don't be afraid to go and seek out a self-help group, or go to the bookstore, go to the library and check out a self-help book that's going to help you work on your shadow work, your shadow side, and get you to actually be where you're supposed to be at in life. There's nothing wrong with that. Also try to meet people just like you who are in a situation like you, and then they want to get out, they want to do better partner up with them, because yes, you do need a community of people. And at first it's going to be scary. You're going to have anxiety, like people are judging me, I'm never going to find a friend, or I'm never going to find somebody that's going to be able to accept me for who I am. And you know, we actually really do the damn thing, but you will, I promise you. Just pray for it and wait for it. And when that right person comes along, you're going to get this feeling, and you're just going to know, like, okay, yeah, you were sent from God, and you know, we're so relatable, and we're both on the same page. You know, just find your tribe. In other words, you know, find your tribe. I also want to come in with another point to tell you to not give into the temptation of running back to what you were doing that got you caught up in the first place. Don't run back to what broke you. Never turn back to what broke you. Don't go back to, okay, because it's winter time and I need winter clothes and I need this and I need that, but now I got to go sell my body or whatever to get it. No, you don't. I promise you, you don't. You don't. You don't got to run back to feel like, to go back to that lifestyle to feel like I just have to get basic needs in life. Because again, once you transition from that to this, you're going to lose a lot of stuff. You're going to lose a lot of people, places, and things and stuff. And that's okay. Again, I need you to for that, I want you to resource your resources. I want you to resource your resources. There are programs, there are things out here that will help you obtain these things if you're not working yet. Or you see what I'm saying? If you do have a job, then okay, you can provide that stuff for yourself or what have you. But if you're like me, because you know I'm very vulnerable with this channel, and you know you're waiting for a job or what have you, don't fall into temptation to go back to what broke you, because we all know once you start getting that fast money again, and once you start doing this and once you start doing that, it's hard to break away from it, because you get in that mentality and that mindset, and you also know that it takes away from you spiritually and physically. So just don't fucking do it. No matter what, don't go back to a resource or resources, or be patient and wait for the God to give it to you. You feel me? Keep continuing to look for a job that's going to be able to allow you to get what you need, you know, before you get what you want. It's okay. It's going to come. Utilize what you have. Be grateful for what you have and utilize what you have while you wait for what you want. Okay? Needs versus wants here. Needs versus wants. Okay? We're going to go ahead and keep it moving. While we're at it, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Where I'm at, where I'm living at, it's like we have like a storm outside. I'm in Jersey, if you guys don't know. And so we got like this little northeasterner storm that's here at the moment. And that's why you see me up here today with a head wrap and like just chilling, because I'm not going anywhere. So, yeah. Moving on to the next point, let you guys know that again, and I said this over and over again, if you're here with the channel, you've been watching my shorts. I do a lot of shorts. You know, I'm going to work on getting more video content out once I get a little bit more situated, and once I get that working, got to go ahead and keep it moving and go ahead and do it. But God provides and people don't. Again, I'm saying this over and over again. God provides and people don't. God provides the resources. God provides the food stamps. God provides all these things. You know, God provides the people who are put into place to allow you to get that, but people don't. If you rely on people, there are people out here who have connections in these places where you will go, and they're going to try to deny you or try to say this, that, and the third. But okay, if they tell you, no, that's cool too, say, God's fighting this for me. I bet you're going to stumble upon a resource that's going to help you resource your needs. Okay, keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up. All right. Another thing I want to come share to you is people are going to bring up what you did while you were in survival mode. People were going to say, oh, but such and such got this person in trouble with what they said, or such and such got this person caught up, or that person's a liar, that person's this, that person's just a menace to society, that person is so blah, 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 all the negative things that you probably once absolutely were. But let me tell you something, there's always going to be somebody or somewhere that says that person was in survival mode as well. That person is almost human, and if you were in her shoes, you wouldn't survive. Or if you were in his shoes, you would have did the same thing he did. Show some damn grace, because you've never been through things like that, and yet we still call you a liar. It's real simple. There's always going to be an earth angel that's placed here on this earth to have your back, whether you were in the right or you were in the wrong. Wrong is wrong. Yes, take accountability for what you did and what you said, but also don't beat yourself up, because ask yourself, and hopefully somebody else will take the accountability for you and say, well, why did this person have to do that? If you are indeed a truly good person and you had good intentions and you had a pure heart, don't worry. Don't hold on to the guilt. Don't hold on to it. Like I said, yes, again, and just address it. You know, let it be a learning opportunity for you to grow and be a better person and say, okay, whoa, now that I'm in this light of light, I don't have to act that way anymore. I don't have to behave that way anymore. You know, now that I'm out of survival mode, I don't have to lie. I don't have to scheme. I don't have to, you know, finesse and things like that. I don't have to try to get my get back to people. Because if you know me personally, you know, if somebody do me wrong, they ask for it. If somebody disrespect me, I am going to be the most disrespectful person. But I'm learning now that I'm out of survival mode that I don't have to do that anymore, because even when I was in the streets and doing wrong, I still had good intentions, and that's probably where I went naive out of thinking that people are not, you know, sharks. I was in the ocean thinking everybody's Nemo, meanwhile they sharks. And you know, once they figured out that I too was a shark too, or I can be a shark too, but I was coming in Nemo energy and they were being sharks. So when I found out, I attacked their ass, and that's okay, because I know, again, there are others out there like me. But don't hold on to the guilt. There was a point in time where I was holding on to the guilt and the shame, like, oh damn, I really chopped and screwed that motherfucker. But then I had to stop and ask yourself, like, girl, but why did you do it? And you know, knowing that person or that situation is not telling the why, and then I felt like I had to just tell my why, and then after a while I said, no, I don't have to keep telling my why, and I don't have to over-explain myself, and I don't have to do that, because I know there's somebody with a wise mind who stand on principles and who is asking that question for me. Well, why did this person do that to you? Why was she even there in the first place? Tell the whole story. You feel me? So, yeah, we're going to move right along on that. I also want you to know that God has everything you want and need. As His children, we are able to get not only our wants but our needs, but we have to be able to cherish the needs before we get our wants. He's gonna give us, cherish the needs before we get our wants, but He's gonna give us our wants too, because you know He's the great Father. He's the higher up. You know, He's the one who has a say so. He's the one who chooses the winner. He's the one who's gonna make sure that you have whatever your heart desires, and don't be afraid to ask for it. You feel me? In due time, just know, once you went in prayer and meditation and you say, God, I want this, or God, or I need that, if it's for you to have, baby, you're going to have it. You just got to get through it in order to get the reward. You just have to put the work in to show Him, listen, I'm willing to work for it because I really want it. He's going to give it to you, I promise. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you can. I'm trying to grow this channel, and yes, it will get better and better as time goes on, but right now I'm giving it to you as I can. And you know, don't forget also, there will be resources and links available down in the description box. It's going to help you if you're in a situation like me, or were in a situation like me and you need help getting up out of it. Also, do not hesitate to email if you need some help. If you want to reach out to me personally, the link is down below in the description box as well. Another day clean and sober, another day of pissing people off, another day of making people proud. It's just another day with Dee Dee. Have a good day.